So, you know, that is a bison. These guys are bison. They're not buffalo. The little orange ones are baby bisons. Now, they used to be one of the most populated animals in the world. There were millions of them from coast to coast, but they were hunted to near extinction, and there were less than 1,000 of them in the world at one point. Fortunately, due to conservation efforts from places like this, there are at least 19,000 of them in the world today. Now, I know they look a little bit shaggy. It's because they're shedding their winter coats, and yeah, it's already July. Their winter coats should be long gone by now, but there is so much of it that it takes a very long time to fall off, and by the time it's completely gone, it'll almost be time to start growing a new winter coat for the coming winter. Now, these little orange guys you see around, they do secrete an orangey brown oil into their fur that they'll lose once they become adults. Now, these bison have horns, not antlers. These horns grow once. They are protrusions of bone from the skull, and if they were to crack or break, they would not grow back. They would stay damaged the whole life of the animal. Two fun facts about the Canada geese you see everywhere. First of all, they're not Canadian. They were discovered by a man named John Canada. Second of all, they're not ours. They are freeloaders that fly in from all over the place to eat the food that we give our own birds. Alright, now there are some Roosevelt's elk in the lake, and I kind of want to get a closer look at them. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah! How about we drive through the lake? Drive through the lake, Irene. Alright, now these Roosevelt's elk were named after President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was called the father of conservation because he was the first president to lay down laws on protecting endangered species and endangered lands. You're going to see there is a male with little nubby horns, with little nubby antlers over there, and the males have much larger antlers. It's only the males of that species that do have antlers. Unlike the fallow deer out there, now all of them have antlers. They're kind of up on the hill, hard to see. Those guys will keep their spots for their entire lives, unlike the white-tailed deer you might see in your own backyard. And if you recognize them, that might be because you've seen Bambi. They were actually the inspiration for the coloration in the movie Bambi. Now, antlers, they grow once and they fall off. They grow once a year, and they do fall off and grow back every mating season. And they're really, really itchy when they grow back. So they like to scratch their antlers up against our trees. You might notice that there are fences around all of our trees, and that's why. It's to protect the bark from being diseased and to protect the trees from being knocked over. And those antlers are actually fuzzy on the outside because they have a circulatory system covering the outside of that antler, providing it with blood and oxygen as it grows. There's a bison right over there. The warden seems to be feeding it right now. And there are a couple more Roosevelt's elk males hanging out alongside the fence line over there. You can get a better look at their antlers. Oh, and there's that bison right in front of us. These guys do have horns that do grow once. Oh yeah, the little nubby things, protrusions of bone. Now, you're going to see a white rhea over here. Now that male, it is a male, it's not albino. It's called leucistic. Albino animals can't produce melanin anywhere in their bodies. It gives them red eyes and white bodies. Leucistic animals can produce melanin in their eyes, which gives them blue eyes instead. Now, my favorite thing about rheas is that they're really responsible dads. The females lay the eggs, but it's the males who incubate that nest and sit on it for 40 days until it hatches, and they're the ones who take care of the babies once they hatch. Mom takes no part in her baby's lives whatsoever. And it's also not uncommon to see 3 or 4 male rhea all squished together, sitting on top of the same nest at the same exact time, babysitting for each other, and taking responsibility for each other's nests as well.